Welcome back to another build video. My name is Nick with Reptile Habitats, and today we have a brand new build for you. This is gonna be the 2x2x4 V3. That's right, V3, so no more mallet in this one. Let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy, put it together. Join me, let's have some fun. Great, first things first, it's time to unbox everything. We wanna get everything out of the box on a nice, clean, flat surface to make sure that all of our pieces are here and ready to go for the build. First thing you wanna do is you wanna cut the 2 yellow safety straps off the box, moving right onto the safety tape in the front and the rear of the box as well. Last but not least, you wanna cut in between the upper and lower bumper where they overlap around all 4 corners. When you have that done, you can peel the box open just like this. Perfect, let's get everything out on the table. Great, now we have everything out of the box, let's take a moment and familiarize ourselves with everything we're gonna be building with today. Starting on my right, your left, we will have the 2 rear vertical bars next to the 2 jointed bars that will be for the front of the habitat, connected to the logo bar. We also have 2 cable ports for cable management, our door lock system, along with our Allen key and Allen bolt system. Remember, V3, no more mallet. Behind that, we will have the rubber garment for the door itself, our base panel, our screen top, and last but not least, our 2 side panels with the pre-cut holes and our back panel. Great, let's move on to the next step. Great, moving right along into the next step. This is where we remove the protective coverings. We have a few things here on the table. We have our glass door, we have our 2 side panels with the pre-cut holes, we also have our rear panel here, our base panel, and our substrate panel. Now, this may not seem like a very exciting step, but it's very important. You wanna make sure that the protective coverings do not get in the way or interfere with our build. Now, this can take a moment or two. Let me save you some time. Kobe. Yes. Moving on to the next step. Awesome, now it's time to jump into the next step to create our first assembly for the front of the habitat. There's a few things here I have on the table. I will have our jointed bars here that have the connection that will go into our logo bar here. I also have 2 of our black bolts and our silver bolts. For this particular one, we are gonna want the 2 black bolts, the longer bolts here. It's very easy to do. We're just gonna grab this side here. Sometimes it may need a little bit of some love, a little finesse, never hurt nobody. There we go. Now that we have that connected, we can take our first bolt, drop that down. We can get that all the way secure on the logo bar. There's one, great. Now we can take this side here, do the same thing. I'll set it up like this, bring it on over. You can only do this one way. You cannot do it backwards. Grab our bolt here, drop that down the top. Bam! Great, let's move right along. Now it's time to install our substrate panel along with the first frame that we created. Now this is really easy to do. Just gonna take our substrate panel here, drop it in the line just like that, find a tone. Then we're gonna grab our first assembly. We're gonna bring it over the top of the substrate panel, finding the grooves all the way down, just like that. Now, we're gonna grab 2 of our silver bolts here. I'm gonna come around front, and I have the body cam running, so you may be able to get a little bit better of a view of this. We're gonna bring this corner right here off the edge of the table, take our silver bolt, and come on up from the bottom. Take your time here. There we go. Go ahead and move to the other side. Same thing, I'm pulling the corner off the edge of the table here. And grab our silver bolt, come up from the bottom here. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And just like that, the front frame and substrate panel installed. Let's move on. Great job, moving right along into the next step. It is now time to install our rear vertical bars. What I've done here is I've actually turned the enclosure around. I have the back side facing the camera. I'm gonna come around front here. Now, unlike the jointed bars, the rear vertical bars can be installed on either side. We'll also need 2 silver bolts just like that. Now, we're gonna pull this corner off just like we did in the front. We're gonna grab our rear supporting bar here and find its home. Now, it can balance if you're careful, but make sure you keep a hand on it while you get your bolt ready to come up from underneath. Take your time. Make sure the rear bar is staying stable. There we go. Tighten it down. Just like that, one done. Let's move to the other side. So we have the corner off the table right here. We have our bolts ready to go. We have our rear support bar, rear vertical bar. Just like that, come up from underneath of it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, take your time. There we go. Bam, and just like that, our rear vertical bars are installed. Let's move on. We're moving right along. Now it's time to install our side and rear panels. Now, this thing is a whopping 4 feet tall, so I did have to pull it off of the table and here on the ground to show you how I get in our side and rear panels. Now I'm gonna start with the side panels. With the pre-cut holes, I'm a big fan of having them orientated to the upper rear of the habitat for cable management. It makes life a lot easier. That's just my personal preference. Once you figure out where you want the cable hole or the cable port holes, go ahead and just bring it up. Find the tracks on the sides here. Be patient, slide it all the way down. Let the tracks guide it to its home at the base, just like that. One more time for the other side panel here. There's one track. Oh, there's the other. There we go. And just find its way all the way down. Ooh. There we go. Ta-da! Make sure it fits in the bottom track. Then we will take our rear panel, do the same thing. Find the tracks back here. Line them up, just like that, and drop it down. All the way down to its home in the base panel. Great job, we're moving right along into the next step. Now it's time to install our cable management ports. Now, there's something I wanna show you. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. Before we continue this build, I wanted to take a moment and show you these 2 pieces I have right here. These are your cable ports. These 2 ports will be installed on both side panels, allowing you to run cables and access the power for inside of the enclosure. We're gonna take this and we're gonna turn it to the right to open it. You will see all of the holes exposed, and you can pull this out just like that. We're gonna take our power cord, insert it through, seat it into one of the grooves at the bottom, put it in the middle. I like the middle. Just like that. Place this on top with it seated and turn to lock it into place, just like that. No problem. Now, be mindful, if you do have this open all the way to the right, it does have the ability to pop off really easy. So sometimes you just need to make sure that you do close it after using it because you don't want for any of your pets to escape. Make sure it's secure.
So we have a few things here I want to take a look at. This is our lock and handle that will be installed to the glass door. Now we have our lock, 2 rubber gaskets, 4 nuts, 4 bolts, 1 Allen key, and 1 tool to help you change the combination to lock. So it's very easy installation. You'll line the rubber gasket up to the 4 holes on the back of the lock like so. In between both rubber gaskets will be the glass. Then with the gaskets lined up correctly, you'll take your 4 bolts, insert them all the way through like so, and secure with the nuts on the back. Similar to so. These off. Great. Now, the lock does come with the default combination of 0, 0, 0. You can see it opens freely, no problem. To change it, we'll find the indicated hole at the bottom of the dial. With our little tool, we'll push this in and rotate to whatever number you wish. We're going to do 007, only because I like James Bond. Now, you can see that this opens freely, no problem. If we move the number, it is now locked. So, put it back to 007, no problem, just like that.
Outstanding, easy installation. We're gonna take the thick threaded side, insert it from the outside of the habitat, taking the O-ring to the inside of the habitat to secure the cable management port. Take your time, nice and easy, and make sure it's nice and snug on there. We'll grab our second cable port here. Remember, we're gonna take the thick threaded side from the outside of the habitat, taking the O-ring here, and attaching it on the inside, just like that. And making sure it's nice and snug. Congrats, moving right along. Now it's time to install our screen top. Now, the screen top will have a sticker that indicates that this is the top front because it will have the 2 pinholes for the hinging door. Really easy to install. We're just gonna line up each corner here, bring it down on top, and just make sure that the corners and the panels all slide into their homes respectively. Just like that, and we'll push this one back just a little bit. Bingo. Now, we have the 4 holes on top, so we have 4 silver bolts here. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, with our awesome Allen key here, we're going to just secure all 4 bolts down to secure the screen top. And 4. Just like that, our screen top is now installed, ready to go. Let's move on. Great, moving right along. Now it's time to install our rubber strip here for protecting the glass door. Now we want to think forward a little bit here and think of which side do I want the door to hinge from. I'm a big fan of having it hinge from the left, opening from the right. So what that means is we're going to be installing the strip on the top, this opposite side where it opens from, and then the bottom. Now, all you need, honestly, is either some scissors or a razor blade. I have a razor blade today. It's very easy to do. Do not have to have precise measurements. I literally just take it up here, put it up here and go, yep, perfect. Take our razor blade here, come about right where I marked it, cut it. Now we have our first piece of strip here. We'll go ahead and peel off the adhesive back. Get that off to the side. We'll put this right up here on the top. That's it. Stick it on up there. And just like that, the top piece is installed. Now we'll do the same thing again with the long side here. I'm just gonna butt it up against the piece we just cut, bring it down and be like, perfect, right there, right where my fingers are. Grab our cutting device. Boop. Grab the correct piece. Remove the stripping off the back. Come on. Just like that. And then we're gonna line it up against the one we just installed at the very top. Just like that. Follow it all the way down. If you miss, you can peel it up and re-stick it. There we go. Make sure it's nice and secure all the way down. Great. Now on the bottom, you're gonna have a little piece here that you're gonna have to cut 2 separate pieces because the middle will have the ramp that helps the glass door close. So, grabbing the rest of our stripping here, same thing. We're just gonna butt it up against the bottom, about right there, perfect. Cut us a piece off. Remove the sticky tape on the back. There we go. Now we're going to stick it to the door frame right at the bottom. Great, now we just have this last side to do. Up there to there, perfect. Those precise finger measurements, you know what I mean? Get the sticky part off the back. Right there. Make sure it's sticky all the way across. Perfect, great job. We're done installing the rubber stripping. Moving on to the glass door. Let's do it. Great, we're moving right along into the next step. It's now time to install our door lock for the hinged glass door. There's a few things I have here. I have a rubber gasket. I have 4 nuts, 4 bolts, 4 plastic washers, and 1 rotating lock. Now, you can set this up to where the rotating lock is correctly orientated, just like that. So you just want to make sure which way you want it to rotate to open and close. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this rubber gasket here, put it on the back just like that. We're gonna drop actually all 4 of these bolts right on down, just like that, just like that, just like that, and one final one to drop down. Great, we have all 4 bolts in the rotating lock. Just bring it down on top of the holes. So that's it. Make sure these are all pressed in there. Easy. Now, we will be finger tightening these bolts on. We're gonna come up from underneath, push that bolt down. There is a baby Allen key that you get. Now you can torque these down, just like that. There's one. So we'll grab another washer, come up from the bottom. We'll have the nut right behind it. Make sure that fits in there nice and snug like. Bolt underneath. Allen key. Turn. Do. Take your time here. Be patient. Patience is the name of the game. Next one. We're gonna come up from the bottom. We have our nut to go right behind it. You're coming up through the hole with the little tab here. There we go. Most time it'll sit there by itself without the nut on. Give you the opportunity to grab the nut. Get our Allen key here. There we go. One more. One last plastic washer, one last nut. We come up over the bolts into the hole. It'll stay there just like that, all by itself. Grab the nut, come underneath. Look through the glass to see where we're trying to get. And secure the last nut and bolt in place for the door lock. Outstanding! Let's install this son of a gun, shall we? Great, we're moving right along. We only got one last thing to do, and that's install our hinged glass door. Now, for the door, you will need the short door pin. It has 2 sides, a longer side and a short side. And then the long door pin that will go on the top. Now, remember earlier I was talking about which way I want the door to swing from. I want it to hinge from the left side and open from the right. So we're gonna find the hole down here on the bottom left-hand side. Now the short pin, we're gonna insert the short end of the short pin. Say that 10 times fast. There we go, we'll put that right there. We will grab our swinging door. Go ahead and put the door on the small pin at the bottom. There we go. Put it up against the entire enclosure and then lock the door. Lock it into place. Once you're at that point, you're pretty good, right? We got it sit there, it's not gonna fall out. We have our last pin here. We now know that that's gonna go in the top hole up here on the left-hand side. So we're just gonna kind of move it around a little bit until we find, we can even unlatch this if we need to move it a little bit more. Just like that. Bam! Door locks, door opens. Look at that. Ooh, that's nice. Bam. Well done. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, your brand new 2x2x4 is completely built and put together. Party mode. Very nice. Well done. Great job. Now, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or recommendations regarding this enclosure or any other enclosures we have, reach out to our customer service team over at orders@dubiaroaches.com, and we'll see you for the next one.